Oh, someone's calling me. What's this?
Hello?
Hi, this is Shy from Market Research, National Public Opinion Firm. We're talking with people from the part of Ohio today, and we would like to ask you a few questions on a confidential basis. We are not attempting to sell anything, nor will your participation result in any calls in the future to sell you anything. Is this James Black?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for helping us out, James Black. And before we begin for quality control purposes, this call may be monitored or recorded.
Aw, she's new.
If I have reached you on a cell phone, and if so, are you in a place where you can talk safely without endangering yourself or others?
Endangering myself? I'm sorry, what?
Like if you're in the car?
No.
Oh, Jesus fucking
That
Christ.
phrasing, you might wanna look at that phrasing, by the way.
Yes, I'm very sorry. I don't write these.
No, that's fine, I get it, but you might want to bring it up to him.
And in which county in Ohio are you in?
Wayne. That would be Wayne.
Would that be like Bruce Wayne?
Yes, like Bruce Wayne, yes.
Okay.
Oh, she's a good team.
Okay, you're starting to ask me some close information here, so I need a little more information before I start answering these things.
It's just to make sure we have a representative sample in your area.
Okay, well that would be 44691.
Are you okay with saying all this information out over
Just to make
headset?
sure we get a
wouldn't
vehicle
care.
in Ohio. What year were you born?
That would be 88.
Okay, thank you so much for that information. And other than being an American, what is your main ethnic or racial heritage? African American or Black,
Caucasian.
White or Caucasian, Hispanic American or Latino, or Asian American?
White bread.
She's Spanish.
Okay.
She's Spanish. You can tell by the way she said Latino.
And now I'd like to read you a list of different people active in politics here in Ohio and nationally. For each one, please tell me first whether you approve
Oh,
that
no.
person, if you have a favorable or unfavorable impression of that person.
That's
Okay.
the wrong
If one
person
you've
to
not
ask
heard of,
about.
just tell me, we'll go on to the next one.
Alright.
The first one is Mike DeWine.
Douche. Yes.
Okay.
Make this chick laugh at her desk and get in trouble.
Bit of a backstabber.
I'm sorry, we are looking for favorable or unfavorable. I understand you have.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go with unfavorable, but I'm going to let you know right now, and this is just going to be me being honest at this point. Any politician you recommend to me, I'm going to find as the biggest waste of space and tax dollars, because none of them do what they say they're ever going to do, and often make empty promises.
Oh no, we're not trying to recommend politicians.
Oh, no, I know you're not trying to recommend. I'm just letting you know that literally any politician you could recommend to me, unless it's someone who actually didn't come from big money or isn't being fronted by some, major political party or some major corporation, I'm going to find them a backstabbing prick.
Okay. Next one is, and forgive me if I butchered his last name, Steve Nettelbach.
Steve Nettelbach? I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with him, but what's he going for? What's he affiliated with?
I unfortunately don't know, sir.
Wise answer. Now, with that being said, honestly, I couldn't answer either way on that one.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Richard Cordray.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of him. Actually met him personally, and he blew me off and didn't want to answer any questions, so unfavorable.
Okay. Sherrod Brown.
Weasel.
Unfavorable.
Unfavorable Black.
So unfavorable.
Jim Renassi.
Jim Renassi, I haven't heard too much about him.
Okay. Donald Trump.
I'm sorry, broke up a little bit there. Did you say Donald Trump?
Black.
His mother should have swallowed.
You're 83% done, so I will go as fast as I can.
That's okay.
Try not to laugh.
You know your impression of a couple of organizations here in Ohio. Association for Justice.
The Ohio Association for Justice, honestly not a fan. I've heard some of their opinions on how they view for people that are in trouble with like various laws that shouldn't be laws right now, such as marijuana possession and stuff. So I'm really not a fan of them because they are in favor of having people behind jail for a little bit of weed.
Okay. The Ohio Chamber of Commerce.
Waste of tax dollar money.
Unfavorable.
Just to make sure we are clear, that is unfavorable?
Yes. Yes.
The Ohio Education Association.
The Ohio Education Association. Now that's a very good one there. Unfortunately, they don't know how to handle the education system, so that's going to be a big, resounding, fucking favorable.
Okay. And moving on, if the election for U.S. Senate was being held today, for whom would you vote if the candidates were Jim Renossi, Republican, Sherrod Brown, Democrat, or Stephen Ferris, Independent?
Honestly, none of them. I'd rather write in Harambe.
Governor was being held today, for whom would you vote if the candidates were Constance Goodell, Newton, Green Party, Travis Irving, Libertarian, Mike DeWine, Republican, and Richard Cordray, Democrat?
I do tend to lean libertarian, but I find, and bring this up with your higher ups, there's a bit of a problem with that because the state of Ohio doesn't recognize libertarians as an official party because of some other bullshittery they pulled.
Okay, well, which way do you lean as of today?
I would lean more towards the libertarians, but again, like I said, just make sure you bring that one with your higher ups. After the stuff they pulled with the whole Ohio Supreme Court basically stating they can't be a political party until they become a political party, but they can't become a political party until they are a political party. Roundabout, yeah, that's where I come from.
Okay. And I'm sorry, but the survey requires me to ask but if you had to choose between Mike DeWine, Republican, and Richard Cordray, Democrat, which one would you choose?
Is a bullet in the head one count? No, that's okay. That's fine. Honestly, I would abstain from voting for either of them.
Okay.
Black, you might as well ask this chick for a number.
And
Basically,
the
been
election
on
for
a
Attorney
first date.
General was being held today. For whom would you vote if... Hold on 1 second. My screen's messing up.
Nope, that's okay.
Okay. And if the election for Attorney General was being held today, for whom would you vote if the candidates were Steve Dettelbach, Democrat, or David Yost, Republican?
I mean, if I had to, if I was forced to, like if I had a choice between the life of my parents or voting, I'd probably go Democrat, but I would abstain from those two.
Okay. Let me find Dettel. There we go.
Remember to say Hail Satan at the end of it.
And let me tell you a little more about two of the candidates in this race. For which candidate would you be more likely to vote? Dave Yost was a prosecutor for 8 years in Delaware County who took down the county's largest drug ring and prosecuted murderers and predators. Serving as a state auditor, his team investigations have led to criminal convictions from more than 160 public officials and found more than $260 million in efficiency savings for government. Or, Steve Dettelbach was a federal prosecutor for more than 20 years. He says he fought terrorists, child abusers, and opioid crimes to corrupt politicians and corporate fraud. The Dettelbach also served as a lawyer for the Senate Judiciary Committee, clerked for a judge, and was in private legal practice.
You can't see me, but after you said a couple of things here about him, about the opium crisis, some of that other stuff, I kind of just gestured around my general area, so I really don't see the impact that he's made.
Okay. But if you had to choose between one of those descriptions,
She strikes so hard.
If I had to choose, if I absolutely had to choose, honestly, sorry again, that's another abstain.
Okay. Besides fighting crime and illegal drugs, the Attorney General of Ohio is involved in many issues. Which one of the following issues do you think should be the top priority of the Attorney General besides fighting crime
She's going
and
from the
illegal
script now.
drugs? Improving school safety,
See, that's
bringing
the
down corruption
I
in
know,
government,
but like
protecting consumers and
I
seniors from
guarantee
fraud,
full on robot mode.
holding equal rights for all Ohio citizens, or fighting the opioid epidemic.
That poor.
I've got to ask if there's clarification here. What defines fighting the opioid epidemic?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I would hope it would mean updating rehab centers and getting people actual help, but
I mean, if it goes that route, I'm all for that. I honestly, if it goes that route, I would be all for that. If it involves just throwing more people in jail, no.
Jail ain't rehab. Oh.
would you like for me to put down fighting the opioid epidemic for you, or?
Yes. Now, if you have no, that would be fine. Now, if you have an option to fill in anything or put notes, I would put that specify in there how I would prefer it to be taken care of. Or you know, hey, even if you've got a line to put in there, you can just put praise the sun.
Yes.
Wow. God damn it.
He will do as Attorney General. For each one, please tell me whether
I will also accept a trivial blood.
or would it make no difference in how you might vote?
All right.
The first one is, Dettelbach has proposed tougher penalties for those who solicit sex with minors, further crackdowns on child pornography and child sex tourism, and greater access for victims to addictions, counseling, housing, and other services.
That's kind of loaded, but I would go with that. That's kind of two separate issues, but okay.
And does this statement make you more likely or less likely to vote for him?
I would say more likely, but yeah, again, that's kind of a loaded bill there, but okay.
And would you be much more likely or somewhat more likely to vote?
I'd say somewhat.
Okay. Dettelbach talks a lot about prosecuting corporate fraud, but fails to mention that he turned around and defunded big companies and CEOs accused of white-collar crimes at a big corporate law firm.
You said defunded?
Yes.
Well, yeah, fuck the 1%.
Sorry, did you hear what you said?
I said fuck the 1%. So if he's going after that kind of stuff, okay, I'd be somewhat more likely.
And while serving as U.S. Attorney, Dettelbach paid reduced charges to the leaders of a drug ring that smuggled over 2,000 pounds of cocaine into Ohio.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one?
2,000 pounds?
While serving as U.S. Attorney, Dettelbach gave reduced charges for the leaders of a drug ring that smuggled over 2,000 pounds of cocaine into Ohio.
Well, it sounds like he enjoys the China White himself, but I would say that, you know what, let's say, even if he did that, you know, if that was along those lines, I'd still be somewhat more likely, because that's not one of the drugs that's a problem right now.
Not only that, but that's a loaded question.
Dettelbach talks a lot about prosecuting corrupt public officials.
So they work for the opposition.
He had to step aside from a years-long corruption probe in... Hold on. This is a strange word I've never seen before.
Oh no.
Cuyahoga, I think that's what it is, county, because his former law firm was representing some of those accused of corruption.
Oh, wait, Cuyahoga?
Dettelbach?
Yeah, no, the county you were talking about, Cuyahoga? Like C-U-Y-H-O-G-A? Cuyahoga, just so you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Cuyahoga County, because his former law firm was representing some of those accused of
Oh my
corruption.
god, I think he's her first call ever.
60 public officials and private
A
contractors
bad first call.
without Dettelbach's help.
That's a difficult one. I don't think I'd say much on that, because I don't have a lot of information on that.
Okay.
She's so
And I would like to read you some things that people have said about Dave Yost and what he will do as Attorney General.
Okay.
For each one, please tell me whether that statement would make you more likely or less likely to vote for him, or if it would make no difference in how you might vote.
Okay.
The first one is, Yost has a strong record of protecting consumers as state auditor. He successfully prosecuted a couple who scammed family and friends out of $800,000 by taking donations to pay for fake medical bills. The couple was sentenced to 8 years in prison in order to repay nearly all the funds.
Nearly?
Nearly all the funds.
You said nearly, right? Nearly all of them.
Yes.
Now they didn't do a great job. I would say less likely. If you're not going to succeed at it all, if you're not going to succeed at it fully, then you didn't do your best job.
Would that be somewhat less likely or much less likely?
Yes, much less likely.
Okay. Yost prosecuted and secured the death penalty against a husband who brutally murdered his wife in order to get her life insurance money, so he could pay off $200,000 in credit card debt he had hidden from her.
You know what? In that one, he probably shouldn't have had the death sentence. He should have been sent to the gulag, but okay, that makes it somewhat more likely.
Yost signed off on his agency's audit of the ECOT, or ECOT, charter school company financial books.
Oh, I'm going to stop you before you even finish there. If it's ECOT, that's much, much less likely for me to support anyone who wants that kind of school system to succeed. That's a train wreck. That's that's hot garbage.
Yost secured some of the toughest sentences in the
Making her
law
laugh, dude. I'm telling you, try and get her number.
while serving as a prosecutor, including 81 years in prison for a man who raped his 12-year-old daughter, and life in prison for a man who raped an 8-year-old girl.
You know what? That makes me less likely, because if there was a death penalty for a guy who killed his wife but not someone who wants to rape underage children, they got their priorities fucked.
Would that be so much less likely or much less likely?
Much less likely.
And if the elections for Attorney General were being held today, for whom would you vote if the candidates were Steve Dettelbach, Democrat, or David Yost, Republican?
Honestly, I would abstain from both, because most of what you have told me here, even with a couple of me having more likely to vote, it's not enough to justify what they do.
Okay. And taking a step back, from which one or two sources do you get most of your information about politics, government, and current events?
Well, Fox News.
I will keep your answer in mind. Cable TV like Fox News, CNN, or MSNBC, local TV stations such as NBC, ABC, or CBS, social media including Facebook and Twitter, newspapers, radio, internet, websites, and blogs, or do you not follow news about politics and current events that closely?
Oh, internet? Oh, The Onion.
Oh, that's messed up.
If you had to choose one you use most often, which would it be?
Well, I'll be honest, if there's one I use most often, was there something along the lines of NPR in there?
There is internet on here.
Sure, we'll go internet. Honestly, internet is the #1 choice.
Okay. Now I have just a few questions for statistical purposes only. What was the last level of education that you've completed?
That I've completed? Oh, I have a bachelor's, four-year college. And I want to go back to the previous one real quick. That might need to be edited to omit Fox News, since they're not officially a news network defined by the nation. So bring that to your higher-ups.
Of course.
No, she's not gonna.
Okay. Alright, generally speaking, do you consider yourself to be considered conservative, moderate, or liberal on most issues?
I praise the entity.
Sorry, I don't know what that means.
I prefer for there to not be political parties. That I think political parties are a detriment to the entirety of this country, and it causes nothing but more strife and discourse. So, like, if there is a choice for none of them, it would be none of them.
So the Queen of England.
And, I know this is connected with the last, but I still need to read it. Do you consider yourself a Democrat or a Republican or something else?
Heretic.
Okay.
So
In thinking
British.
back to the presidential election of 2016, a lot of people are unable to get out and vote for many reasons. Did you happen to vote in November 2016 election for president?
Yes, I did.
And for whom did you vote?
Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
Actually, no, neither. When it came down to it, I went with Gary Johnson.
Oh.
Okay.
Really, Ian Cthulhu?
I
So
voted for
if
Cthulhu.
the option had actually been there, I knew people wrote it in, I probably would have gone with Harambe.
And Salazar book?
No, it is not.
Okay. And, well, this is the end of our survey. I want to... Oh, wait. No, sorry. I have to ask for your name or your initials for verification by purposes of my supervisor. I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
Hey, it happens. Don't worry. I do call center work. I get that all the time. Now, with that being said I'm going to ask you this because this one is a doozy and people fall into this. I'd give my initials, but I have 4. I have 2 middle names. So can you fit all that in there?
Sure.
All right. Let's go with JASB.
J-A-S-B.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just capitalize the J real quick.
That's okay. It stands for just another shitty brother.
And this concludes our survey. I want to thank you so much for your time and patience today, and I hope you have a great evening.
No, that's fine. And you know what? I want to thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
No problem.
Nicest call I've ever gotten.
Well, I'm so sorry that this is the
told you,
nicest
Black.
call you've ever gotten.
I told you, Black. Fucking expert number,
No
bro.
problem. I hope you have you have yourself a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh,
This is the
man.
nicest call I've ever gotten. Now I feel bad.
Black, I need your permission to save that as a video clip.
Please.
Do it. Do it.